Okay, Kurd is so gets eventually killed by me without any weapons. Remember, they came after me. It's called self-defense. I'm fighting back without any weapons. Self-defense. There's difference between going attacking people. I don't do that. They go attack people. Kurd and Paul, Adam, those Judas, you know. I don't know what kind of crime Sean and Scooter was involved, but hey, they were not involved in Game of 3. I'm just want to be honest. It's a game of 3-3-3. So they're coming after me. It's called self-defense. I'm defending myself. How to stay alive. I kick Kurt's ass alright without any weapons. Paul Walker puts me in a checkmate. Remember what happened 2013? I'm gonna explain that later. It's based on this Zoolander, but I don't think it's gonna happen if people are constantly gonna make a scene talking about what Paul Walker and Kurt does, the Azaduris and Adam. What is the Game of 3? How to stay, safe? Then it's not gonna happen. Once it's spoken, written, and not hidden, nothing is gonna happen because what they do is all based on numbers, mathematics, geometry, symbols, colors, and all that. It's not a government, guys. They're not government. They're not no government. I work overseas for 5 years, and I have experience of everything: weapons, training, what happened, where I worked at, who was who. They were making a scene. I did not know. Later on, I figured it out. When I get back, later I was trying to do research what happened to my sister Vianney, why Kurt and Paul Walker and Adam want to flip Vianney. And Sean talks about it in his channel, what they did to Vianney. Scooter talks about it a little bit in some arts. So that's just that. Why they want to be women? Because they were never felt like they were women. Okay, guys, and also there's a very interesting song from Jason Mewes is my brother Jason, John Kennedy, all right, Leonardo DiCaprio. It's called I'm Yours. It's not talking about me. It's talking about Paul Walker, and you see Double Azaduri in there in that truck. That's Paul Walker and Kurt, Double Azaduri. Remember Trick and Treat? All right. So, and then you also see these three women from Nirvana band jump in the water. You know what jump in the water mean? Okay. Water is sometimes not necessary, but in our case, talking about how things were created on Earth, and they come in and jump. They got in we got mixed up, and that's what we are today. So it's just some things happening talking about how things were created. But you obviously see William Greer is Paul Walker, William Greer, Rory Kellerman is Kurt Cobain, so we got Double Azaduri here. John Kennedy is my brother Jason. I'm Jacqueline Boiver. Remember the story of John Kennedy getting shot is also connected to be Farman, Joseph Kennedy. You'll be like, how? Well, that's what we are. Our stories are like that because Farman gets shot in Mosul. That's what it is. That's why sometimes when that's just that, but that's still Jason. John Kennedy is Jason, guys. But the story was also belonging to Farman himself, Joseph Kennedy. You'd be like, how? I know. So, but John Kennedy is still Jason. All right. So that's just that. William Greer is Paul Walker, Rory Kellerman is Kurt Cobain, and Klein Hill is Adam Levine. So we have 3 Nirvana band, 3 Judas. All right, against the Jesus Christ. So obviously there's some other stuff in here, guys. The what do you mean? It's not. There's different version of what do you mean. Okay. Exina Dilly is Vianney. I'm trying to go save her, and the security guard is a fake security guard. You see also 3 masked men again. 3 masked men is Paul Walker, Kurt, and Adam. Remember Nirvana band? All right. I'm Justin Bieber. I go save Vianney, right? But that's what happened. So anyways, there's a lot more proofs in here. This is Vianney. What happened? That picture from 90s of Vianney. Jason Mewes, it's my brother Jason. John Kennedy, Leonardo DiCaprio. This is Jason. I'm just explaining that Leonardo DiCaprio is Jason. Sometimes he was Akram, like Romeo is Akram. Leonardo DiCaprio in the movie Romeo, it's Akram. It's not Kurt Cobain. It's not Matthew. Okay, it's Akram, Robert Kennedy. All right. And so sometimes Leonardo DiCaprio, if you look at his Wikipedia, he's also Akram and Jason. All right. But he's actually Jason. Sometimes he's Akram. All right. So Jason Mewes in that song I'm Yours, talking about Paul Walker and Kurt, how they come in after my brothers too, not just sister, but they want to be women. You obviously see that. A killer robots, Double Azaduri. So Adam is not a savior. That's just for the show. All right. I also talk about. All right, a lot of people got this wrong. When I went to Germany, I work overseas, so I would also go for vacation, my off time. So when I go, I have my family members, Kennedys, are in Germany, and then the fake security officer. These are not fake security officer. These are referred as the Kennedy brothers, real security guards, police officers, and then we have fake security officers. They would wear the same clothes as the Kennedy brothers, same exact. I'm like, okay, there were always usually 2 or 3. I'm like, oh, what's going on? And then I see my real security guard, right? It's Kennedy. These are the Kennedys, guys. And then I'm like, what's going on? So they were making a scene. I was not aware of it. Remember, this goes back into 2005 and later on. This is like 13 years ago. 2006, 7, 8, and 9. And, you know, while I was overseas. So sometimes I would go on vacation. Sometimes we have mission. We travel places, you know. So I will always see they making a scene for 3 Judas. The Nirvana band, Pawak and Kurd and Adam. Alright. This is Adam Levine, guys, they say. You know. Alright. Anyway, so this is the Kennedy Kurdys Rozh brothers, Jesus and his brothers. It's my brothers. It's not Judas. It's not Pawak. It's not Kurd. It's not Adam. It's not, of course, it's not Scooter. It's not Sean. They have their own stories. They make page for each one of them. Alright. I'm not trying to be mean or anything. And all Kennedy kids are not Paul Walker or Kurd or Adam or Sean or Scooter. Scooter does not say so much, you know. It's not, guys. They were just possessed. Sometimes they were just possessed. That's what happened. Alright. And these kids are not I'll have to explain later. Guys, I got a lot more things to say. So, this is the 3 Kennedy Kurdys Rozh sister. Me, Vianney, Helen. So, we have me, Jacqueline Boiver, part Rosemary, and Rosemary. And Jihan Jin Kennedy. Alright. And then there's the 3 Judas that are not us. Alright. And this is the transgender Judas. This picture was based on Lady Gaga's song, 5 and 5. There's 5 Judas and 5, you know, Jesus and his brothers. Right? Even if they have similar names, don't get confused. This is the twin Kennedy sisters, me and Vianney, Rosemary. Bridget Bardot is me, and the sister is Vianney. It's not Helen, guys. Alright. So, that's just that. And then I explained this is Adam Levine from Mr. and Miss Smith. This is Eddie Paul Walker from Mr. and Miss Smith. Eddie is Paul Walker Vince. That's not Vin Diesel. Vin Diesel had a brother named Paul. Alright. Vince, Eddie is Paul Walker. Alright. And then we have Kurt Cobain. This is Kurt Cobain, Matt Sharp. Alright, so anyways, they were possessing the kids in the family. Lindsay Lohan as Vianney. I believe that Lindsay Lohan, there's a movie as Lindsay Lohan plays as twin Kennedy sister, me and Vianney. Alright. I'm Angelina Jolie, Jacqueline Boiver. Alright, so that was premiere from the Mr. and Miss Smith. Brad Pitt is Ferman, Joseph Kennedy. Alright. Sometimes Brad Pitt, Ferman is like Hassan. Hassan is like Ferman. Jason is like Ferman. Akram is like Ferman. That's what makes us Kennedy. We're always there for each other. Guys, a lot of people get confused. Like, is Pete Byrne Brad Pitt? No, it isn't. Pete Byrne is not Brad Pitt, guys. It's Kurt Cobain. You'd be like, well, doesn't Paul has a Pete name? Yes. That Steve Burton is Paul Walker. And the host was, I believe that's resembling Axl Rose. He dressed like Axl Rose. Referring himself as Ferman, Joseph Kennedy. Says, so what happened? Why they're stealing our pieces? Guys, this is not my family. They want to be a woman. This video proves that Pawak and Kurd, and Adam wants to be women. They stole our pieces. That's why it's like, why are you finished yet? They stole all our pieces. They fled Vianney already. You know? So don't get confused. That's not Elvis Presley. Okay, Elvis Presley. Elvis is Ernesto as my father, Ferman. Joseph Kennedy, Brad Pitt. So anyways. Brad Pitt is Ferman, Sabah. So I explained his name, what it means, and all that. I am Angelina Jolie. That's not Jen Kennedy, guys. All right. So just go through these pages, and you see a lot more truth. Okay. So this is for Kennedy Kurdys Rozh, brother Jesus and his brothers, and this is Pawak and Kurd as Double Azaduri. All right. Brad Pitt is Ferman, Joseph Kennedy. All right. This is all his clothes. In Mr. and Miss Smith, Brad Pitt, I believe, is all for Kennedy brothers, obviously. Isn't it? Yeah. There's nothing. It's okay. You're okay too. Alright, so that's what it is. And also, as I said, I made those pages, like for example, Double Azaduri, Paul Walker and Kurt, and there's still Amina. How? Well, that's their shapeshifter. You see, Yolanda, this is Azaduri, Paul and Kurt, Double Azaduri. Okay? Yolanda is Paul and Kurt. Vin Diesel is not Vince. Vin Diesel is Kurt Cobain, Matt Sharp. Paul Walker is Vince, Eddie. So Martin Coleman in Mr. and Miss Smith is Kurt Cobain. Remember Martin Coleman? What was his name in there? I forgot. And that's just that. Amina. Lowly Sanchez is Amina, Princess Diana, Rosaura, and Cassandra. That was also, I know she's the sister of Azat al-Duri, Aziz, right? But they're shapeshifter. They could be their own enemy, their own Amina. Alright, so that's what it is. What I'm explaining on this page, what's going on, alright, and all that. So remember, this looks like this picture. Alright, so after they killed Jason, John Kennedy, Ignacio, the twin Kennedy brother, the Blazaduris are scared, so they want to kill their own self and threaten people. Right? People is not Paul Walker. Paul Walker is talking about how people judging him. Right? So don't get confused. Pete Byrne is not Elvis. They're talking about his wife being Amina. Lola Sanchez Presley as Paul Walker. Paula Abdul is Paul Walker. Paula Abdul is Paul Walker. Why she's married to my father, Brad Pitt, Joseph Kennedy, Fairmont Sabah. In 1996, divorced 1998. Remember? Why Vianney does not die 1996 or 8? Why she's alive. They did something to her. But why is 1997? I'm gonna have to explain all that later. This is just the basic. You see the shapeshifters from Imrah's song, how they flipped Vianney. This is based on that song from Imrah. Imrah is the Kennedy brothers, Jesus and his brothers. So Imrah is Jason and Akram. Imrah, Akram, Jassim, alright, John Kennedy, Robert Kennedy, Leonardo DiCaprio is both Akram and Jason. It's not Paul Walker and Cord. Alright. This is Double Azaduri in the house. Remember this, I took these pictures from Cassandra. Alright. This is Double Azaduri. I recommend people to watch it, and when you watch it, don't watch it as a twisted, watch it as what I'm explaining. Alright. I got a lot more to say. This is all Paul Walker and Cord. Double Azaduri. Killer Robots. This is also from the Zoolander 2, Double Azaduri. This is from the song Jason Mraz, Paul Walker and Cord. Remember Trick and Trick? Paul Walker and Cord. From Imrah's song. This is Paul Walker and Cord. Shapeshifters. Right? So that's what it is. Remember the two masked men, then the third one as Adam. So I'm not saying three is Adam. It's a game of three. So whoever's 1, 2, 3, it doesn't matter. It's a game of 3. So it is what it is. People can have similar names, so don't get confused. Once you do, you never get it. So William Greer is Paul Walker. Roy Kellerman is Kurt Cobain. Matthew Sharp. So we got Double Azaduri here. There's still Lola Sanchez. Yolanda. Alright. So that's what it is. And also I made those pages for Paul Dolly. That's Paul Walker's father. Saddam Hussein's brother. How? Well, that's what it is. This is their story on here. So I recommend people to go kind of see through it. Paul Dolly has 3 sons. Alright. That's the page I made for Paul Dolly. Saddam Hussein is Oliver Stone. That's Sean Stone's story, and he would have a brother, Scooter. I'm not gonna say so much Scooter. I'm not making fun of anybody, but that's their story. I'm not saying so much about Scooter at all because he was not involved in Game of 3. So things I said before, it was misunderstood. Alright. And then we have Think Unlimited, people with same exact numbers, date of birth, names. I post a lot of things on here. I recommend everybody to go see it. Alright. And so what's happening on here? So people saying name. This is they said this is Kurt Cobain. It's not my brother Akram Bobby. There's many people named Bobby, so I made this page for people not to get confused. People can have same exact names, numbers, date of birth, colors. That's why I made the two side of the sign. Alright. But the difference is they're Judas, we're the Jesus Christ family. All right. Remember Jesus and his brother, sister, real parents? All right. That's us, the Kennedys Kurdys Rozh family. So I made this page for people to think outside the box. My friend Carol Doe is Vianney. Okay. All right. So ignore this, whatever that is. So I have twisted. So we got that. Yeah, that's pretty much it actually for now. And I want to show you all something very important. Very important. I don't usually go by. I don't watch every movie about myself or my family or the enemies in there. Guys, in this magazine, they're showing these as, these as the Paul Walker, Kurt Cobain, Adam, and Sean, and Scooter has nothing to do with it. That's the group. Remember the 5 Judas? Scooter has nothing to do with this, so they're not really showing his Scooter's face. That Vianney is what happened, and crimes and all that. They start off with Double Azadori, Paul and Kurt, and then Adam is involved. It's a game of 3. Sean sometimes involved in some crimes, so that's Paul Walker, Adam, Paul Walker, Kurt, Adam, and Sean, and Scooter has nothing to do with it. And that's them. This is my brother Jason, John Kennedy, Leonardo. That's me, Jacqueline Boiver. So that's what it is. So here I'm gonna show you something very important. Why they're their own enemies. Amina is Janet Boiver. All right. So if you look at this, do not get confused. This is based on, November Rain. Axl Rose is Ferman, Joseph Kennedy, Brad Pitt. All right. Remember Ernesto? So this is Amina. This is a proof how they are their own enemy, right? This is Amina as Paul Walker. Remember Paul Abdul? I know it's not so visible, right? It says Paul. It says life. You see? This is Amina. Diana, Princess Diana is Amina. So Diana does not sound itty. All right, Paul Abdul. All right. Paul Walker is Paul Abdul. Guys, hold on. It's not so visible. Let's have this reflection. All right. So it says Paul at 75. They're resembling as Paul Walker being Amina, Princess Diana, Lourdes Sanchez, Rosaura. Remember? All right, Princess Diana. So he's Paul Abdul. Ferman, his wife. All right, Brad Pitt, his wife. That's what it is. So don't get confused. You go check that magazine, be like, oh, there's that wife in there. Sounds like Linda. But remember, we're talking about Lola Sanchez and Yolanda. Does that make sense? I'm gonna talk a little in code here when I talk about that, because I cannot post everything online. All right. So Lola Sanchez and Yolanda. All right. So all right, we're talking about Double Azadori. Remember? Anyways, so Princess Diana is Paul Walker, but Kurt is also as one of, I believe he is Yolanda, and Paul is Lola Sanchez. It's Double Azadori. Sometimes they switch things off. Switch things up. Paul, Kurt. That's what Double Azadori. So that's what it is. I didn't just buy this magazine. There's a lot of stuff sarcastic. You can follow Paul Walker's just for a show, having pictures with women. They're blood-sucking women, so they can sell. They actually want to be women themselves, not just any woman. The Kennedy sisters. All right, the 3 Kennedy sisters, Vianney and I, and Helen. All right, so Jen Kennedy, Vianney, part Rosemary, me, Jacqueline Boiver, part Rosemary. So that's what it is. They want to be us. So this is a very sarcastic, magazine that Paul Walker is. Go watch that song from November Rain. All right, this is Paul Walker. It's all chest. All right, this is what it is. All right, it's not a joke. They want to be a woman, and when they do, they kill. It's a game of 3. It's called replacement sometimes, but don't worry, they use replacement always for that, because you get confused. It's called replacement. Game of 3. They have to kill art of flipping, all right, to become us. And I explain a lot of things on that page. So that's that. I got a lot more things to say, so don't get confused. Again, if we go back on this page, where is it? 3 Judas. You obviously see this is not it. This is what it is. What it is. Okay. Nicki Minaj is this 3 Nirvana band. Paul Walker, Kurt Cobain, Adam Levine. All right. Remember, that's them. William Greer, Roy Kellerman, Klein Hell. It's the game of 3 Nirvana band. Remember, that's not my sister Vianney or Ivana. Nirvana band is not. So yeah, twist the story, huh? So you obviously see that they're heading for Venus. So don't get confused, guys. Where is that page? Nirvana band is not us, the Kennedys, guys. Alright, remember? It's not. Okay, here's, yeah. I want to talk about this page. Where is it? Why is it not showing? Oh, yeah. Nirvana band. It's Paul Walker. Where is it? Paul Walker, Adam Levine, Kurt Cobain. Sometimes don't get confused which one is on which side. It doesn't matter. But usually it's Paul Walker on this side, Kurt on the middle, Adam on this side. That is very important because it was based on that street. And don't get confused. We are what we are today. Remember, we have Commerce Street as Paul Walker, Main Street Kurt Cobain, Elm Street as Adam. But remember, that's why they're Amina. Amina would not give you Elm Street, Main Street, Commerce Street. That's why they're Amina. Princess Diana, I believe all the three. But usually it was referred as Paul Walker. You obviously see why. Paula Abdul. Alright? It's a game of three. So Nirvana band is not us, the Kennedys. They're heading for Venus. It's not. Remember, they can have same exact names, numbers, same exact colors, black and white, red, same exact numbers. That's why I made this page. Two sides of the sign. Remember? So this is our side. This is the side. Excuse me. Judas, Jesus, and his brothers. Does that make sense now? So don't get confused. That's why I made that page where people have similar names, numbers, and all that. I think that's a really good example of that. That's what happened. So remember? That's just that. I got a lot more things to say later. This is just for now, you know. Guys, I also want to explain some things that this has nothing to do where I work. Previously, I worked at a company called Metric, and that has nothing to do with that. You know, there are people, I travel all my life. There could be people that are not even Judas. They could be mean or disrespectful, misunderstanding things. That's not Judas. That's not Paul Walker. It's not Kurt. It's not Adam. It's not Scooter. It's not Sean. That's just that. And where I work at has nothing to do with these killers. There's no Judas in this town where I live. You know, they just come invisibly, different form, different shape. Sometimes they will come visibly. Like Paul Walker, when I was in Texas is not Tennessee. I lived in Texas, you know, so that's where Paul Walker then 2013 came trying to kill me. And there's a sign. Killer, there they kill. All right. So what happened 2013? That's another story. I'm going to explain it probably in another video. All right. So that's just that for now. You know, I got a lot more to say, but it's going to take me a little time because I work so many hours. And guys, where I work at is not, they don't work where I work at. If people are making a scene, that's up to people, but that they already said we don't work where I work at now. It's not Metric, it's another companies, you know. I don't want to say it on the video, but it's not. They don't work there. They said if people are offering to make a scene, I am not asking. You know, people are just offering, you know, and all that. While I'm at work, you know, I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm worried about people's safety because these are killers. So I have to make sure that everybody stays safe. So, you know, an officer, real police officers outside the work made a scene already saying if Paul Walker and Kurt or any Judas come to harm anybody while I'm at work or me, they will be thrown in jail for their crimes. Remember, they have a problem with law. They have been in jail before. And law does not necessarily mean it's just a person. They have a problem because this is not government. What they do is just they just do whatever they. I'm just saying is like what's going on is like it's not a government. They just think they can do whatever and whatever. People do not know what's going on. Okay, and that's the thing. That's the funny part is it's not the government. It's not. They're not real police officers. They're not no real CIA agent or if real FBI. It's not it, guys. It's not okay. Or should we call them guys? Because it's like, hey guys, gays. All right. But yeah, so it really is not government. I've experienced 5 years overseas, and I have a lot of things to say about what happened overseas. They were making a scene. I did not know. Later, I figured out. I think 2009, I kind of figured out, but I spoke it 2013, but I kind of back off because I want to make sure what happened. And also I was kidnapped 14 by fake security guard. It was supposedly Paul Walker and Kurd. That's not from Cassandra. They're not the Kennedy brothers. Alright. It's all twisted arts. I have to fix it up. Alright. But that's just that. So anything I'm saying has nothing to do where I work, where I'm at. They don't live in this town where I'm at. They come in visibly, you know. But Paul Walker wants to come visibly tell me this year, so he become me. They already got part of Yane. They split it. She's still alive though. They just stole some of her, you know, that's what they said. They stole our car. So cars could be us, our